Sorry about that delay on that. We should be live now, but sometimes you just take a shit and we're already getting demonetized. You just need a minute or two to recover. You scroll some Reddit, maybe look at some YouTube shorts. That's been my
Yeah, for sure. You're just done shitting for like 15 minutes, just still watching. Your legs are numb.
I've done that a few times. That last one was not that. I had to take a dump right before we recorded, and whole buddy.
James goes, I'm ready, and then goes, wait, hold on, I gotta take a shit, and then just bounces.
I mean, we just. I was prepared. I was prepared.
True. The audio did get set up quicker, so I appreciate that because you're better than that. Yeah.
I figured it out. Elgato's pretty nice. I'm glad I bought this mic 3 years ago to come in real handy for this. Makes OBS very easy.
Is it an OBS? Is it related to OBS in some way?
No, it's its own thing, but it has a mixer built in. Sorry, I'm just turning you down just a smidge. Maybe okay. It's got its own audio mixer built in, so I can adjust the dials right in my computer. So, and then
Yeah, it's pretty big.
then it just goes straight into OBS, which is nice. And then
Okay. Oh yeah.
so if I get if you remember the UFC live stream, which we'll probably talk about that a little bit, you can set up different channels for audio for the voice chat, and if you want to pull up a website or something and everything. Because not that we would stream that on the high seas or anything.
Yeah. Right. Clearly.
Clearly, we wouldn't do that.
Would never.
But I am now a married man. It's been 1 week.
Yep. Congratulations again. It's already been a week, which is crazy, dude. I feel like that week afterwards just flew by.
Yeah, it really did. We had a nice mini moon or honeymoon. We just stayed in Santa Fe and just ate at some really higher end restaurants. They had
Hell
courses.
yeah, dude.
You had to pick a first course and a main course. There was Red Boys. People was coming.
Were you able to enjoy the dinner post wedding?
Oh yeah, I was able to enjoy it. I was
Oh, okay, good.
I had puked the night before, so pretty much all the alcohol from the after party was expelled. So that definitely saved me. But when you double fist cigarettes and cigars.
Oh, I want to talk about that so bad, dude. That was so fucking funny. How because it was so funny because in the beginning, that morning, we're placing bets on who's gonna get the drunkest, and we're maybe thinking some groomsmen or some other guests or whatever. And James is he's I think I'm gonna have a buzz. I probably have a good buzz going, And it's your wedding, and you're dude, you're gonna be hammered. And you're I don't know, we'll see. James was by far the drunkest one at the end of the night.
Oh, I blacked.
I mean, for sure. But at the end of the night, he was eating Taco Bell, simultaneously double fisting an American Spirit in one hand and a fat cigar in the other hand, while somebody's bringing you a Moscow Mule.
I mean, during the wedding, I had a light buzz, I would say.
Oh, you were perfect. Yeah, you weren't drunk. You weren't sloppy during the ceremony or the wedding or anything like that. After party, who gives a fuck at that point?
Reception, I was also very level-headed.
Yeah.
I did not even drink beforehand, really.
But yeah, when your lady said, "I'm going to bed," it was all freaking game at that point, dude. Yeah, there was no stopping you.
We were doing tequila shots.
Yeah, that was. We were all sitting there, you're just 12 shots. You're I don't even know who needs. You're just trying to find people to give shots to. You're 12. Fuck it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everyone had a good time though.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a really good time.
My one buddy, Robbie, sent me a picture the next morning of him in the sun. He's I'm trying to sweat out the demons, and I was yeah.
Oh yeah, that was so funny too. So we're trying to get James back because at that point we're you're hammered. This is it. There's no point in us. We're not going to give you more drinks because then that's almost just irresponsible. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's fucked up. So we're let's get you some water. Let's get you in bed. Let's just be done. We're taking the cigarette away from you. You're going to bed.
Oh, did I fall over or anything, or you guys were just
no, you were just hammered. Like you like dropped this. You know what I mean? You know when someone's just like it's the end of the night. It was like 1 a.m. and you could just tell. Like we're like, dude, it's done. Like just go to bed. You know what I mean? Like you would do the same for us.
Bar was probably shut down. Everyone's just like, all right, whatever.
I think the bar was still going, but no, it was just like you know when someone's like almost like you can tell they're kind of falling asleep a little bit, and you're like, yeah, let's just call it. Like there's like I'm not gonna feed you more drinks. So we get you into the room. We're like, you want to go to bed? You're like, yes. And we're like, okay, let's go. So we're taking you to the room, and you're like, can't you kind of stumbling. So Nate helped you, and then I think Robbie, and then they got you in the room, or maybe Ethan or something. They got you in the room, and then we were like all sitting there, and we're like, here, you want some Tums? Like, let's get you some Tums, maybe, because like we've just been eating Taco Bell and like drinking all this shit.
Tums is a lifesaver. When you were 30, Tums is an essential. I'd say that's more essential than ibuprofen when you're on a fucking trip at this point in our lives.
Brother, I can't drink a beer without wanting a fucking Tums afterwards at this point, dude. It's crazy. Like I had like one beer on the boat yesterday, and I was having fucking acid reflux. I'm like, this is, and I've been eating pretty good lately, and like it's just, your body's like, what the fuck is this? And it was sweet banquet, dude. And it was starting up, I was burping it up. I was like, God, this is brutal.
I mean, it took me about a week after the bachelor party to not have like acid reflux whenever I would eat anything spicy or like alcohol.
Yeah, it's brutal, dude. Yeah, so we were able to get you the Tums, but of course, these Tums are like fucking chewables because why would they not be?
I mean,
they're not just like
they're the best tasting Tums. I don't want the fucking chalk.
But the chalk goes down so easy, and the chewable, you gotta chew. And when you're hammered, James is a hammer trying to chew like 4 fucking Tums, and he's just sitting there just chewing for like 3 minutes. We're like, dude, it has to be like nothing. You can swallow it. So then he's like trying to swallow it a little bit. We're like, okay, you know what? Robbie's like a big dude. We're like, let's get Robbie behind you. Just in case you have to freaking Heimlich you, bro. So that's why Robbie's behind you in that photo, because we're like, if he starts choking on a half-chewed Tums, dude, we're fucked.
Okay, I remember getting cigarettes from Harry, and that's when things started going downhill for me at the after party.
Yeah, and you were and it's some people at first they were like, you had a cigarette and then you wanted another one.
Of course,
and
everybody wants it. I was 6 when they're hammered. No one has
obviously. You can't just have one cigarette.
Also,
yeah, so you had that one.
The cigarettes, they'll just last for forever.
Bro, you were putting them down, dude. Like at first I saw you had one and then you wanted another one. I was like, oh, did he maybe accidentally drop it?
I found 2 in my suit jacket in the morning.
Oh, okay. Maybe you put them out and then you just like didn't know what you did with them and you wanted another one, or full ones.
They were full. They were full fresh ones.
Oh, dude, because you ripped through one. And then you were like so fast, because I found it and I was like, oh, maybe he accidentally dropped it halfway and was like, I want another one. No, it was like to butt. And I was like, damn, dude. And then you were like, give me another one. And then we gave you another one. You were like, just ripped through it.
Dude, I do love nicotine when I get drunk. I don't fuck with it that much anymore. I love nicotine. It just makes me feel like shit the next day, so I avoid it like the plague. Like even the Zinnies. I can't even do Zinnies and drink anymore. It's just like the worst hangover for me. Also,
well, and then it was funny too, because at that point you were like, at that point too, you're like, oh, let's have a cigar. So then you're trying to down the cigar, and it's like, which I'm sure, I mean, you said it the next day, you're like, I'm pretty sure I was inhaling that. I'm almost positive you were just straight inhaling that cigar.
Entirely. That's what I used to do with Black and Milds.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, 100%. So you were just, so you had so then at one point it's just an American Spirit on one hand, half done, and a full, like, dude, that cigar was like, what, 4 inches? Dude, it was like fat. And you were just like in each hand, and you're like, I want to go to bed. We're like, yeah, let's this is done.
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, doing that did make me puke, so my hangover wasn't completely god awful the next day, so
Yeah, and honestly, probably for the better too, like to just get it out before you go to bed. I mean, granted, I think you slept on the bathroom floor.
I know, I did sleep on the bathroom floor because I didn't trust myself to not puke again. because I puked a lot and it was very fuzzy at that point. And then at one point I just called for my wife and I was like, Veronica, and she was like, just hearing Veronica. She's like, oh god. Make sure he's not.
She had her wine, dude. She was like, it was like midnight, and she was like, "I'm tired, dude. Like, I'm drunk. I'm tired. I'm calling it." And she just like, like very responsible. And then we're like, another hour and a half. Let's go off the rails. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everybody. I mean, that's what was gonna happen at that after party. There was just debauchery, which I will say, I think everybody was respectful enough.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think that I wouldn't say that like that place would have any complaints. Like we didn't leave a bunch of shit everywhere. We cleaned everything up.
Oh, that's nice.
Like people weren't like yelling and screaming. You know, I mean, sure, I'm sure we were being loud because we were drunk, but it was like we were all contained in the bar area. So. You know, people weren't out in the parking lot doing a bunch of stupid shit.
That's true. Speaking of stupid shit, did I tell you about the incident that happened?
Oh God, which one? Are we talking
the best man in the photo booth?
Yes, I'm very well familiar with the photo booth.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Dude, I'm mad.
You're mad? You're mad for
him? For you, dude. It's a crazy thing to do.
Yeah, like, okay, I get it. You're trying to be like tongue-in-cheek or whatever. To elaborate, my best man, who I will leave unnamed, whipped his fucking cock and balls out in our photo booth. Got a picture sent. And then I went to the website where you could see all the photos.
Yeah, that's the part that's
the part that's the issue. It's not necessarily that he whipped. I mean, he whipped his fucking cock out, which I'm just like, we're 30. We're 31.
Yeah. Well, this is what. See, the problem is, it's like it went to the website, and anybody who went to the wedding had so for context, there was the photo booth was like in the back. It was like a van or something, and it was like converted, so people would just go in it and take all these photos. It was like a pretty cool, like actually a super cool thing. But you could get a printout of your like 3-panel photo from it, or you could upload it to the website, which then anyone can just go in and be like, oh, let me look at the photos from the wedding. So like his parents and like like literally anybody could see it. And so
my mom did see it.
Yeah, see that exactly. So then it got uploaded to that, and that is like what would have been funny is if it was like if let's say he mooned it, right? Printed out the 3-panel and stuck it in your bag. So then you're going home, you're going through your bag, and you just find like a 3-panel of like his ass. Like that would have been pretty fucking. Or he put it in your wallet or something. That I would have been like, that's fucking funny. But to put it on the fucking website is crazy.
Yeah, that was the bad one because there was even a button too. Do you want to share it to that? And I'm just like, buddy. The other thing was too. It's like, okay, whatever. You took a picture of that. It'd be one thing if you're like, you know, if you have seen the movie Waiting with like Ryan Gosling from like 2005, where they're all talking about like the Batwing and the goat and shit like that.
Yes. That's the restaurant movie.
Yes, the restaurant.
Yes, movie. Yeah.
Where like, he was setting up with like a Batwing in the bus, and like someone's like, hey, Cody wants to fucking get a picture with you, and I've been like, why are your nuts out? But also nice, contained,
right,
funny. The other thing too was like we saw him the next morning. He's like, "Yeah, guys, that was a big whoops on my part." And we're like, "Yeah, that was a little more than a big whoops."
Yeah, that was yeah, that was like, well, it's just I don't know. Like I said,
it's no longer on there, so we got it fixed.
Yeah, which is good, and it got off pretty fast. I think, right? It was like they pretty much addressed you almost immediately after, or at least like within an hour.
It was like a day. I think he tried to get it removed and then it was still up, so that I'd be like, hey man, it's still up. Get it the fuck off.
Oh, I thought they pulled it that night.
I think he tried to, and it didn't work.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
I didn't know it was there all day. Oh, fuck.
It was fine. It's gone now.
Yeah. Well, either way, it wasn't like a wedding ruiner. It was just like a stupid thing to do that you're like, why would... Like, that was not the move. That was dumb.
There's always going to be some sort of drama or dumb shenanigans that someone's pulling. Like I said, my
Yeah.
grandmother didn't see it, so, or my boss. So,
Also very good. Was your boss the lady that I was sitting with at the table?
she was like, I don't know who you were sitting with, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Um, Without just like totally outing names or anything, I don't want to do that. But like, it was like three people that you went to school, like are
Oh
getting
yeah,
their PhDs
yeah,
also,
yeah,
and then like an administrator.
yeah. That would have been my
Okay,
boss
okay,
then, like that woman.
okay, okay. She's very nice.
Yeah, yeah, no, she's great. I love her. She's the best. Um, oh my god, am I gonna have revenge of Montezuma again? I'm gonna have to go fucking take a shit and grab a coffee during the middle of the pod. Oh god.
Just like a pause. You're like, hold on, guys.
But
Pause.
we might have to take a little Joe Rogan BRB. And, the coffee is just running through me this morning. But have you, on a completely different note, other than that, I felt like my wedding was perfect. There were some food mishaps, but that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, whatever. The food, like, yeah, everyone still
It
got
tasted,
some food.
everyone got food. At least it tasted well.
Oh, it was delicious, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought everything else went great.
yeah,
A little bit of rain. I thought they kind of recovered that pretty well.
yeah. We bounced back. We
Um,
did miss out on trivia. That was the only thing I think we were bummed about.
oh, I forgot we were gonna do that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we didn't do the trivia, and I think we had to cut the dancing a little short too,
Yeah,
right? Just because of the time from the
yeah.
food and the rain.
Yeah, it was two things: the rain, and then they also gave us a hard cut at 10, and we thought it was going to be 11.
Oh, the noise ordinance thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. All right.
So
I mean, the place is like right off the road too, like by places around it, so I can kind of understand.
it's more of the Santa Fe ordinance. Like
Oh, like a city
the city
rule.
has it.
Oh,
So, which I mean, it was fine. We were able to buy, like, it wasn't the biggest deal in the world. So, also
no,
having
moving to the bar was yeah, it wasn't like, oh fuck, we all have to go to the bar now. You know what I mean? It was just like, all right, cool, we'll just go hang out here.
also having the hotel rooms at the venue is, if you're looking for wedding advice, that is the premier thing. You want to be able to stay where you're getting hammered and just be able to
It
walk.
What a fucking power move, dude. Because I've been to punch them at this point, and like it's gone well enough. Like if you can shuttle it and things like that, like that's great. And as long as there's a good shuttle, then you can still make up for it. But it's to be able to just be like, hey, I'm gonna go change real quick, or like I gotta go take a shit, and I don't want to go sit in
Hmm.
the restroom in the bar. I'm gonna go to my room. You can just walk to your room, take a shit, change real quick, go back over to the bar. You're not. It's not like I gotta Uber back. It's just
No,
walking. Like
yeah,
that was so sick.
that was we went to a wedding like that a couple years ago, and I was like, oh no, this is the play. This is the play. You want to be staying where you're like doing your wedding at, and
Yeah,
so,
and the rooms were like very affordable. Like it really wasn't bad for like a couple nights, and it's
and
like you
we
know,
got like a discount too for the wedding and stuff, so it wasn't like the full price.
yeah, like I've been in some pricey ones, dude. Like, and that was not bad at
Your
all.
in-laws' wedding, I'm pretty sure that one was pricey.
That one we got covered, which was nice. But I went to one in downtown West Palm that had a
Oh God.
it was like I think it was like almost $700 a night,
What the fuck? What the
something like that.
fuck?
I think I paid like $1,400 or something for like
God damn.
Kaylee and I to stay for a couple. But again, it was like there. I mean,
That,
technically the venue wasn't there, but we all would like that's where everyone was at, and so
oh,
it was like so we were kind of shuttling over to it. But they handled the shuttles really well
okay.
there, which was cool. So it wasn't like we had to be like, what do we do? It was always just like get in the shuttle, we'll take you here. Don't even think about it. But yeah, the hotels out there are just, and it wasn't like they picked an like they could have made it. It could have been $2,000 a night. Like the hotels out there are fucking crazy.
Yeah,
So it's just
West Palm's like right next to Miami, so it's pretty much Miami suburbs, right?
It's further north. It's almost like Palm Beach. It's like it was close to Palm Beach. So it's like if you,
I'm gonna do my most autistic trait and just look at maps because I do that
yeah,
sometimes. So I know.
Miami's further south than West
Okay.
Palm.
Oh, okay. You know, that is just a fucking. I did not realize Miami was so far south.
Oh yeah, Miami's really far
And it
south. I mean,
just
it's
sprawls
like
north.
traffic wise, probably like an hour, like maybe two or something from.
Okay.
But like, but West Palm, we were like right. So fun fact: Palm Beach is where fucking Trump has his Mar-a-Lago, and if you look at
Really?
West Palm on a map, there's like a bridge that takes you over a couple of bridges that take you over to Palm Beach. And on that island, there's like that's where all the rich people like. I think Oprah has a house over there. That's where Epstein had a house. Fucking
We can talk about that a little bit.
Trump's Mar-a-Lago. He used to fly into West Palm. This was like way before he was doing any of his presidency stuff, and people just were like, he's a rich business guy. And there's an airport in West Palm. It's not like big. It would be like flying out of like I don't know, not your capital. It would be like flying out of Santa Fe. I'm assuming Albuquerque has a smaller airport than Santa Fe.
No, Albuquerque is a bigger airport than Santa Fe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Albuquerque
Reverse that.
Metro is like 1 million, and then Santa
Oh,
Fe is like 80, 100,000.
oh, damn. I would have thought being the capital, but it's the capital, right? Santa Fe?
Santa Fe is the
Yeah.
capital of it. It's just there's nowhere to really build.
Oh, true. Yeah. So it's kind of like a small airport like that where you could go to like Fort Lauderdale or Miami or something, get like a big international flight, but most likely West Palm, you're just like states, like local or something. It's
Mm.
just more expensive. Well, Trump would fly in there and he had a big 747 that was all black with like a red pinstripe on it on
And
the
then
side, and then
Trump.
it said Trump in gold letters.
Because of course it
So
fucking did.
of course it did. So you drive down the highway, and the highway goes right by the like literally borders the airport, and so you would drive by, and you would just see like it. They would almost put it like park it so it was like off the side of the highway, so you'd always drive by and be like, "Oh, Trump's in town." Like you just like know that like Trump was there.
I am gonna just sidetail a little bit so we can talk about the drama between Elon and Trump, because I
Oh
saw
yeah,
probably the best meme about it was like, let me see if I can find it. Someone was just saying who gets the JD Vance and Joe Rogan in the divorce,
who gets Joe Rogan? So funny.
and who gets JD Vance, and then one was like JD Vance was on Theo Von's podcast, and it's like mom and dad sent him to his friend's house so he wouldn't have to hear them fight.
I know all those photos are so funny. Like please tell mom and dad to stop fighting.
Yes. There was another one that was this is the let me find it. There was one that was like someone said this is Drake versus Kendrick for Republicans. I'm reading tweets from like an Instagram account.
Dude, so you know what's funny? It's just like I wonder what.
Oh, last I
What?
got two more. I got two more.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go
This
for it.
Today is a huge win for every woman concerned. She acted like a psycho during her last breakup. And then this messy Trump Musk breakup is truly the gayest thing about Pride Month.
Bro, it's so true. I'm like, I just don't know what. Like, obviously, so from the beginning, my understanding is that Musk was not going to be there long term, that it was supposed to be like a few months or something. Although it could be wrong. So I'm a little bit surprised, like, I don't know, it just seems so random that did Trump say something about Musk after the fact? I mean, it's just weird that
I think the Doge
like
shit blew up poorly because he's like, oh, we're just going to treat the government like a business. And it's like, hey, buddy, the government's a little more complicated than just a business and spreadsheets. And you can't just willy-nilly fire people because, I don't know, some of these jobs are important. Like,
yeah, for sure.
like in
And
my
like I guess
hometown, they
oh yeah.
they cut the there's NIOSH, the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. Pretty much, they make all the guidelines for OSHA.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a mobile black lung clinic that they would drive to these small mines to screen people for black lung. And so they fired so many people that now they cannot run said mobile clinic to screen the Trump voters who may have black lung earlier because of the type of mining they're doing now. So it was just a bunch of that. So they started beefing. Elon's way more libertarian, and he's just like,
Oh,
the
for sure.
government's supposed to be doing this, and like the current bill just balloons the budget. So Elon's like, whoa, and like has a bunch more tax cuts, which then he can't use to fund his grand project to get to Mars. And so people are saying that like from like the news podcast I listen to, like that's his actual big plan that he wants. Is he wants to be able to use the federal government to fund his like Mars mission because you can't actually do that with private equity because it requires trillions of dollars backed by the U.S. government.
Musk is rich as fuck, but dude, does he have enough to get us onto fucking Mars? It's just like, and it's funny too because they, like, I mean, I think Tim Dillon made like a really good point about this before, but he just talked about how like when they first got on, which is probably an obvious point that like egos are gonna clash, but he was like, Trump is very likely bringing Musk on so that he can kind of use him as someone to kind of be a scapegoat for like, hey, I want to enact some things and like do a pretty aggressive stuff in the government, and then I want somebody to lead it, Musk, and then I want to be able to say, hey, we're done, and when they're gone, you can cut ties with that person that did those aggressive things, layoffs, whatever, and be like, well, that Musk led that charge. Mm-hmm. And it's like you kind of get someone to point the finger at, as opposed to him being like, no, I did. It's like, yeah, you brought on Musk, but you were like, I let him. He's a smart guy. I let him figure it out. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. He was the fall guy, and it was very clear.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also like, I think like it's good to like the idea behind it is like, yeah, like we should go and look at the corruption stuff. Sure, I'm all about it. Like, why is like military like you look at like a military contract, it'll be like toilet paper is like $20 a roll, and you're like, what's going, like that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, why? That's not how that, you know. It's like, and you're buying it wholesale. Why is it so much money? And it's like because they're upping the price, and it's a fucking moneymaker. But at the same time, you're also like, yeah, but we're also now cutting grants to like universities and stuff, and you're like, you know, I don't know.
No, it's not great. It's not great. I'm gonna get some coffee real quick. Hopefully, I got the demons quelled again. Those are fought back. The gates are holding. So, yeah.
Do we keep the live run, or what do we do? Do we pause it?
Just keep the live running. I'll be back in like a second. I'll let you candle the dead air time.
All right, I'll figure it out. Let's see. I don't even know if anyone's on watching, so I'm just gonna ramble, dude. Been playing a lot of that Doom, fucking medieval Dark Ages, Doom Dark Ages. What the fuck is that game called? Medieval Times or something? Doom Dark Ages, I think. Pretty good. People are kind of hating on it for being like I don't know, not the same or slower or something. But I feel like Doom Eternal was different than Doom 2016. So kudos, they're trying something a little different. Honestly, I kind of like it. I kind of like a little bit of the free roaming. It doesn't feel like so structured. Like Doom 2016 was very much like rip through a level, get from A to B. And Eternal, I think, dipped into a storyline more and kind of like tried to give you some like new mechanics and, you know, tried that same thing a little bit. But I like that you can be like, yeah, I have some optional things. I can go fight some big boys if I want to. I don't have to. I can go split and go this way. And yeah, so it's just kind of one of those, like, I think they did something different, but it's good, you know?
What are you talking about? What are you covering?
Doom Dark Ages. As I've been playing Doom Dark Ages, dude, and I think I think it's good, bro. I think it's good. People are hating on it, kind of, but
I need to get in on that.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's like not. I don't know. I feel like Eternal was different than 2016.
Yeah,
so
Eternal was so fucking twitchy. Like I like Eternal. It was a little too much for my taste. It's like because it just
like
pigeonholed your play style a lot, which I wasn't like you had to use all the things. And it's like I was like I just want to use the shotgun and blast demons and
literally, bro. Very much Dark Ages goes back to that a little bit, where like you get less weapons. I'm pretty sure. Well, technically you get variations of the same weapon, so you technically don't get less weapons, but you do get it's a slower play because you're kind of playing like the vibe is like you're more, if 2016 is like you're a dude. Like if you had like ranking, like if you were gonna like 2016's the soldier, like you get Eternal, you're like I'm pretty the rogue. Well,
And
technically, you
then
get
in
variations of the
fucking
same weapon. So you
Dark
technically
Ages,
don't
you're
get
like the
less weapons,
tank.
but so you're
A little bit slower.
but
You're
you
not
do
always
get
as fast, but you get a shield and you have like new mechanics that you
Oh,
like.
okay.
There's like parrying and stuff that's also different. And yeah, I liked it. I think it's a cool. And they have a little bit more of an open world, sort of, that you can kind of like roam around more
Okay,
than
kind of like
just
the older
linear. Like
levels where you gotta get the key cards and stuff.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
It feels more arcadey to me than Eternal did. I feel like Eternal didn't feel super arcadey to me.
No, no, that's fair. I think the Eternal felt arcadey with like it was very bright.
Aesthetically, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. I need to play it. I have not been. I have literally not played like any games in like the past 2 weeks, or actually probably the past month. I have not played shit. Maybe
It's been a busy month, though.
it
To be
has
fair,
been a busy month. Veronica's been playing more games than I have. She's been on the. She found like a cozy game that's like a mix between like Animal Crossing and you're running a train. Like you're just
what? What's it
yeah.
called? Kaylee would probably love that.
It's called I think. Let me find it here.
Is it PC?
It's PC. It's called
I got
Locomoto. And it's just
Locomoto.
it's very cute. You're pretty much a little train conductor and you gotta take people from different spots on the map. You pick up packages.
Oh, dude, I think Kaylee would love this shit, dude. Yeah, I gotta fucking show her this.
Veronica watches I think his name's Ray from like Achievement. He used to be on Achievement Hunter and she watches his streams and he plays a lot of like indie games for content. Or like it does like what's called a Let's Play.
Oh yeah, okay. Ray Narvaez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she watches like that a lot, and he plays a lot of indie games that people recommend him. So she's like, "Oh, this one looked fun." I was like, "You should." She's like, "I don't know if I should buy." I was like, "Just buy and play the game. Like it's $25. We can afford $25. It is."
Right. So like Kaylee, she's like, well, what if I play it and I don't really like it and then I drop it after like a week or two? I'm like, if it's a $10 game and you got a week to a month's worth of enjoyment out of it, it was worth it. What's the difference? It's cheaper than going on a date night. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, exactly. We did get a new I will say, I got a new TV recently, which my wife is annoyed that I keep fucking talking about it.
is it your fucking baby, dude?
Oh, dude, this thing's baller. It's like I haven't gotten a TV since my freshman year of college, which was 13 years ago. Almost 13. Yeah, 13 years ago. No,
Yeah.
12 or 13 years ago. I can't remember exactly. Actually, it would have been 12. It would have been 12 years, just like 12 and a half years ago is when I got this TV. So I've been like,
Regardless, he's old, so just don't worry.
it's all. I mean, it still gets the job done. It was like 39 inches, 1080p, which is fine.
That's what mine is, I think. I think mine's 1080. Oh no, I don't know. Mine might be 1080 because I was looking at my father-in-law's yesterday because I was over at their house and we were watching something like The Last of Us, and I was like, my God, this looks so good. I was like, this is probably what 4K looks like.
Yeah, we got a Sony 4K TV that was
Okay.
65 inches.
Oh shit, dude, that's a big boy.
Dude, it's a fucking thick. So I have the other PC set up in there, and it is just bricking the 3070 constantly.
Just like can't handle.
It can't. It struggles a bit with it, but it's just also because it's a 4K TV. I mean, it's a 4K monitor essentially, but it's got like it's very nice. We got it for like $1,000 on Costco because it was on sale because it was normally like 1,400 or something like that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's not bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like I've never spent more than. I'm very much someone who's just like, we move and then we get a new TV and I get the $300 TV from like Walmart. But I will say I'm kind of getting to a point where I'm like, I think I'm ready for a little bit of an upgrade, like a bigger one. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to fucking drop some money on it. Because I never really got it. And then you actually see a TV that someone's like, yeah, I dropped some of it can be crazy. People are like, I dropped $4,000 on this. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
No. I think I did some. It's not an OLED. It's there's so many fucking TV terms. I've researched a lot about this because of course I fucking have. So our like living room's very bright. So I got like a mini LED Q fucking something's quantum dot mini LED. It's nice. It gets super fucking bright. Will like annihilate my eyeballs if I change the settings on it. Like I'll send you a picture whenever the next hockey game is because like the ice is white and it just lights the whole fucking back wall behind me. It's
Also, go Panthers, dude. Holy fuck, that
oh,
was
yeah.
that was
Two
stressful.
OT games back to back.
Oh, they can't keep doing that shit, dude. That's gonna get
Well,
fucking.
it's in Edmonton, so I say that looks
That is true.
way worse for Edmonton than it does for the Panthers.
Agreed. Agree. Yeah, that they took both games to OT, not just one but two, and then
you
fucking
stole a game.
and Marchand gets the set. Come on now, dude. That's
The rat.
that's what we fucking needed, dude.
I was like, I thought, couple things. And now we're gonna talk about hockey. I'm very pissed at the LA Kings because the LA Kings had the fucking Oilers on the ropes in round one. They were literally about to go up 3-0. All they had to do was dump it out of the zone, and they just couldn't fucking do it. And they let them score like 3
it's
goals.
crazy that they were. It's crazy that they were the only team really that gave them such a fucking challenge before they got to the finals.
Well, Peter DeBoer is fucking terrible. Well, he's a fine coach. He just chokes in the last minute. He's like, who was that Capitals coach? The fucking ball guy. I think it was like Barry Trotz. Barry Trotz, I think it is.
Well, they fucking canned DeBoer.
Yeah, I saw they canned DeBoer because he can't win fucking finals.
Also, bro, he's talking shit about Ottinger. Literally, bro, he's like in the press conference being like, yeah, our fucking starter can't be like letting goals in and like a starting player is like, yeah.
Peter DeBoer's a shithead.
And he pulled Ottinger what were they in? It was whatever the fourth game. It was like the last game. They pulled him in the last period. You're like, what is wrong with you? Let him just run it out. Like, you're gonna fuck the whole flow up just to be like, we'll get a change up right now in this really high stress game, and shit they lose.
To be fair, the Stars they got their ass cheeks clapped in that series. Besides the first game.
Also, fucking, I think Rantanen had a little bit of a fucking upper edge against the Avs because obviously dude, how much are you taking with you when you leave a team and go to another team and you're like, oh yeah, I know that fucking, I think they were starting Blackwood, maybe. Mackenzie Blackwood, right? I think that's what his name is.
Mm-hmm.
They were like starting him, I think, and it's like, at practice, they're like, hey, we're going to drill this because that's his weak spot, blah, blah, blah. Taking all that shit into another team and then just being like, oh, yeah, I know these people's fucking tendencies and whatever. So then he looks like a fucking star. And then immediately after that, you're like, he didn't score a goal in fucking 9 games. Dude.
Yeah, I think he did okay against Winnipeg.
Yeah.
I think he was okay in that series. I mean,
but after that, it was like, where the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, but it was like Avs, he was like hat trick, like he was fucking killing it. And then immediately after, the Stars were like, we're gonna fucking go. And then he just classic Rantanen, dude, just fucking does his thing.
Maybe it validates the Avs from moving on from him. The Avs got to make some decisions. We got to get fucking rid of Landeskog, if I'm being honest.
Brother,
yeah,
done, dude. I get it. I get that he's the captain, and this was like a big moment for him to come back. But when the game he comes back, they fucking choke hard, which is a lot of pressure, I think, to be like, you're coming back on a home game in the fucking playoffs. You haven't played in 3 fucking years. Granted, he looked good, but it's like, bro, we're spending so much money to keep a guy in the fucking bench for 3 years. And now McKinnon's contract's going to be up. McCarr's contract's going to come up at some point. They're going to ask for more money because why the fuck wouldn't they?
I mean, McKinnon and McCarr are like generational talents.
Right. So then there goes your fucking budget. That's why they had to can Rantanen because they're like, fuck, we got to get rid of somebody. And Rantanen wants more money. And you're like, and then you're paying for a dude to sit on a bench, and you're just like, what are we gonna do here?
I mean, exactly. Like, I felt like you at least allow him to come back, and then it's like, hey, buddy, like, you either need to take a massive pay cut, you can still be captain, be on the team, but like, it's they're almost in a similar position that the Lakers are in, because like the Lakers are just like, we want to run with LeBron James. LeBron James is like, I'm not taking a pay cut. I'm like, buddy, you are like the richest athlete in the world. Do you care about winning rings? Do you really need that much money? You're LeBron James. You have a fucking Looney Tunes movie. I don't, and a Nike deal worth $1 billion. I don't think you need to get more money from the Lakers. You already have generational wealth and are playing with your son. You'll be fine. Do you want
100%,
do you
bro.
want glory, or do you want to make more money?
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely agree, dude. Like, because a lot of these guys, they're getting brand deals, and that's a lot of fucking money on top of it. So it's like in hockey, they're not really, I mean, in the sports world, they're not making shit. I mean, they make, compared to us, they're making shitloads of money, but compared to LeBron
NBA
James,
players or
baseball
baseball
players, it ain't shit. And so they just raised the cap to what, 85 mil for a fucking team? Like, that's like, bro, LeBron's probably getting 85 at the fucking Lakers,
I
bro.
mean,
Like,
you know what's crazy though is like the NHL is like the fifth most profitable sports franchise in the sports league in the world, which is crazy to think about.
yeah, that's pretty crazy. I just don't think I feel like NHL, maybe it's just because I grew up in the South, but like, but we had Panthers. It's just
Mm.
Panthers weren't, when I was young, they just weren't,
They were ass.
they were ass. And so it was hard to market them, which is fair. Like, I'm sure it's hard to market the Sharks or whatever. But like, I don't know. You just like, there's just not like football, bro. Like, football is every state, everywhere. Somebody's watching football. Everyone knows something about football to some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey, a lot of people just don't like. I barely knew the rules even a few years ago. Just like I'm still fairly casual, but casual enough where I was like, I know how the game kind of works because I've gone to enough of them. But
Mm-hmm.
football, I knew football. I was like, yeah, I get that. Everyone you talk to is like, I can go to a game. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they just don't market it as well as like basketball or football or whatever.
So there's a couple of things that are the issue here. Is the barrier to entry for hockey is significantly higher compared to like basketball.
Mm.
Like, what do you need to play basketball? A fucking ball and just literally a laundry basket fucking stapled to a post, and you can play basketball. Hockey is a lot more. You also need to be in the right climate, or you need to have a shit ton of money. Barrier to entry is a lot higher, and that's why like NBA does so well, is because it's a lot easier to understand in terms of the sport and like pick up. I think the other
Yeah.
issue that does not help it is like a third of the teams are in another country, so you have like
Yeah.
that dichotomy going on. So it's like more of a regional sport
Hmm.
versus like football can be played anywhere in the states. But I would say, honestly, in the Northeast, it's dying out.
Oh, really? Football is?
Yeah, like I mean, you still have your like professional sports teams for like college wise. Like it's not a big thing really anymore. I would say like if you're, I'm like Northeast
Hmm.
being like that DC metro area and up. Because I mean, like, what is a good college football team north of DC besides Penn
Yeah.
State? And Penn State can't win shit ever.
Right, right. Yeah, they just, yeah. I mean, it's a good point though. And like, honestly, it's a good point about the barrier of entry is a really good point because it is true. Like even rec sports, like the reason I haven't tried it rec at the moment is because I just don't feel like dropping
A
the
grand.
money to get, yeah, to get all the and even I just want used shit. I'm not trying to get brand new. Like that's why it was so easy to get into fucking rugby rec because it was just go buy a fucking ball from Big Five and go get some cleats for $45 and next thing and the dues which was like $26 or you know what I mean, it's like nothing, and next thing you know maybe $100 you're playing on a rec team for fucking the entire like
Yeah.
3 months, and it's like what a fucking deal. But that's a good point though, like basketball you just literally have some piece of shit hoop, you have a basketball, anyone can get a basketball most likely,
Yeah.
and so it's like baseball too. Baseball was so popular back in the day because fucking stickball,
Yeah.
like you literally play with nothing. Yeah.
It's the same thing. So that's why I think That's why basketball I think is doing a lot better. I will say I do appreciate that like basketball's finally getting some parity. We
Mm-hmm.
got the Pacers and the. I think it's the Pacers and the Thunder are in the finals. I have not watched it that much.
Yeah, it's okay. It's OKC, I think. What's up there? What's his name? What's that guy? I'm not SGA. The guy that just got MVP.
I have no idea. I do not follow basketball. There's only so many sports I can pay attention to, so I pay to basketball. Basketball is my periphery sport.
Same, totally, dude. Baseball is a completely out of the fucking. I don't even. I could give a fuck about baseball, dude. I'm sorry. I know it's America's pastime. I'm fucking love America. Don't love baseball. Shit's boring as fuck.
You have to go to the games to appreciate it. It is more fun to go to the games than it is watching the games.
You have to go to the game and drink 3 fucking tall Coors Lights and eat hot dogs and bullshit and barely watch the game to be like, that was a fun experience. Baseball itself is so fucking boring, dude. Like, with the fact that these guys, if a sport where dudes can play with like full fucking like jewelry
Guts.
on and like sunglasses and shit is
beer guts.
fucking beer guts. I'm like, dude, are you even breaking a sweat? Watch a football game and you're like, or hockey or fucking like basketball is non-stop, dude. Like, except, I mean, okay, free throws, that shit can get ridiculous if it's just a game like,
it's there's a lot of
yeah.
flopping.
Yeah, a lot of foul. If it's a heavy foul game, that shit can get boring as fuck too. But like, I don't know. I'm just like, baseball does, but also I think I might be I'm probably also biased with how you mentioned the Northeast football is dying. Southeast football is still very much alive, but of course, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, like you have these fucking teams that are like life. I mean, high school football is fucking life to some of these towns, bro.
I think it also depends on like how good your teams are in your area. Like I grew up around the Pirates. Pirates have been ass since before I was alive and have not competed for anything. So no, I just never gave a shit about baseball because there's nothing. And there wasn't an NBA team close nearby. It was either Cleveland or the Wizards, Washington
Yeah.
Wizards. And it's just like, well, I can't get into this. So it's mainly like football and like hockey. I will say you should go to a Rockies game this year, specifically for the Rockies are about to break MLB history.
As what the worst fucking
the
game.
worst team in history of the MLB. They're on track to win, I think, maybe 20 games.
Holy shit. And they play a shitload of games, right?
Yeah, like right now the Rockies record is 12-51 and they play 142 games in the season. Like the Wingstop has made it an announcement where like they will give away like 5 boneless wings for every Rockies win in the future because the Rockies are that like fucking bad.
Oh, dude, you know what's so funny too? McDonald's has a thing out here where if you bring a ticket, if you went to a Rockies game, you can bring a ticket. And I think I'm almost positive they have to win. So I think it's like if the Rockies win, you get like a free meal. And they promote that like all the time. It'll be like, maybe it's just going to a Rockies game. I can't quite remember. But I almost kind of think it's if the Rockies win. And that'd be so funny because they're just like we're supporting, but like they know that they're never gonna have to pay out because they're not gonna fucking win.
Like
That's crazy.
I'm looking at it like the White Sox, the Pirates, who are also fucking terrible. Pirates are dog shit. The Pirates have 11 less losses than the Rockies. The Rockies are so bad compared to the White Sox, who set the record for like a worst team of all time last year. The Rockies have 8 more losses than them this year, right now.
God damn. I think the fucking oh my god,
to give you
0.1.
another-
That's crazy, dude. I mean, Marlins. I mean, we had the Marlins, which are fucking.
They've won a couple pennants.
Looking at the season standings, Marlins and Pirates seem to be on par. They're like the same. Like Rockies are still the worst for sure. And I think Marlins and Pirates are literally like almost neck to neck on the exact same fucking wins and losses, dude.
Yeah, so it's bad. So that's why I was gonna say you might want to go experience history and go to be like, Kaylee, let's go to a Rockies game. We're just gonna get hammered. We'll go to your parents afterwards.
why are they so fucking? I mean, why don't they just can their fucking coach, dude? I
I
mean, why
think
are they
they
so
did.
bad?
So baseball does not have a salary cap.
That explains a lot too.
So you have a lot of like it's a very weird thing. Like right now, the Dodgers are just paying ridiculous amounts of money to have like a lot of good players. Where a lot of teams are just like, yeah, we can't fucking pay that because we're not the Dodgers. So they just decide to go, well, I'm just going to run this like a business, and as long as my team's profitable, I don't care if I squander talent or if I have a competitor. I just want my balance books to be black at the end of the season. So they run it like that, and that's what the Pirates do. That's what the Rockies do.
I mean, is baseball like? I feel like. I mean,
There's
maybe
still a
again,
bunch of
just
old money in baseball.
that's what I'm wondering because I'm like, is there even like? I feel like there's just not like baseball excitement, at least around me, is like I just don't. I feel like I've just never really experienced like my grandparents when they were like, "Oh, fucking base." Like I feel like all of our grandparents are just like the fucking this game and the fucking baseball, and now I'm just like, no one talk. I feel like I rarely hear people just talk baseball.
You have to be in an area for it. Like I see a lot more baseball now being down in Albuquerque because there's a lot of Dodger fans down here because well, the Dodgers and like we have a minor league team here that used to feed into the Dodgers and it's like Latinos love like three teams and that's like the Raiders, the Dodgers, and there's like one other one that I cannot remember. And
Yeah,
they just go fucking crazy for them. It's the
yeah,
49ers. The 49ers, the Raiders, and the Dodgers. You will just see that everywhere you drive.
yeah. But that's a good point though. If Rockies were a good team, I bet we would hear more. Like I didn't hear shit really about basketball. I mean, I've been out here for, and again, like you said, basketball for me too is like a peripheral sport. I've been out here for like 8 years, and I didn't really hear much about basketball until, I mean, a little bit, but until the Nuggets were fucking
Competing
on
for
their
championship.
tear,
Yeah.
and then also like what a couple years ago, and then now I'm like, oh yeah, Jokic. But of course, if I knew basketball, I would know Jokic. I would have already known Jokic back then, but now everybody knows Jokic. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I mean, Jokic's probably one of the greatest basketball players of all time. It's fucking insane what that man can do.
He cracks me up, dude. I just love watching him play, bro. It's so fucking. He like play. It looks like how I would play. You know what I mean? Like he looks like so stumbly half the time, and you're like, "What are you doing?" And he'll just like turn around 180 and just be like, and just a three, and you're like, "What? How did you even do that?"
He's good. Baseball is actually very big in Asia, especially in Japan and Korea. So that's why
Really?
yes, it's huge over there.
Is that because of World War II?
Yes.
Okay. Always, bro. It's always some.
So if you like, um, to give you an idea, there's a player on the Dodgers now called Shohei Ohtani, who's probably like he's like his stats are like on par with Babe Ruth,
Okay.
and like he's just fucking just crushing balls and smacking home runs.
He's just fucking. He's just holding sticks, dude, and crushing balls.
Dude, he's fucking just hitting piss missiles.
Yo, dude, that's what also makes me laugh about baseball, bro. Is they have the funniest saying. I have one of my really good buddies is like big baseball guy, and I would like hear shit that I've net like cheddar. That I was like, what the fuck is like gas? I kind of get like, oh, throwing gas, right? Like, I can kind of understand that. But like, oh, that's cheddar. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Baseball players and hockey players are pretty fucking weird. They have like a whole second language that they talk about. You're like, oh, hey buddy, let's go fucking sauce that puck there. You know,
Right.
where's the fucking 10 yet? You're just like, what
Dude, even I will say though, the hockey announcers crack me up though, dude, because like football announcers are very like they're very straightforward. That like for most of them, they're pretty serious. But like we'll be watching like Avalanche channel, whatever, you know, that and they'll be talking about abs, and they'll be like, oh yeah, he shot like it'll go like in the upper right corner of the net or something. He'd be like, puck went right up there, right where your mom puts the cookies. It's in the perfect spot. You're like, dude, that's fucking great, bro. Like this shit makes me laugh every time I listen to them.
yeah, yeah. it's funny. I need to watch more of that stuff, but usually we don't pay for cable, so I don't watch it regularly.
Same, yeah. I mean, I only get it because we get it from our in-laws.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I will say, speaking of sports, the UFC has just fucking been dog shit this year. It has just been
Oh,
the most.
didn't O'Malley just fight?
There, he's fighting tonight.
Oh, today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Time has been
Yeah.
a flat circle. He's fighting Marab, and then Juliana Pena's fighting Kayla Harrison, which I am fucking stoked to see Kayla Harrison just fucking gong her. But the rest of this card is dog shit. Like,
Oh yeah, Kayla Harrison's that fucking Oh yeah, she is jacked, dude.
she's like she's like cyborg levels of just like built in why we need to have a women's 145.
Somebody they are not piss testing this chick, dude. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah. But like, dude, this prelim is terrible. The early prelims are early prelims, but like, it's just they're supposed to be getting a new media rights deal, so they just do not give a fuck about any of the cards they're putting on.
I think Kayla Harrison's nickname is Doug.
Oh really? Let me look.
It says Kayla Harrison and then in quotes Doug.
It does. That is what her Wikipedia. Oh my god, yeah, dude, she is just. Them
Kayla
biceps are like twice the size of mine.
Yo, Doug is so because yeah, Juliana is the Venezuelan vixen, which is like,
Yeah.
calm down. Yeah, calm.
Juliana Pena's at fucking. She's like trying to be like a wrestling heel, but is terrible at it.
The fucking Venezuelan vixen is crazy, dude. Like, but dude, I just want Doug.
Doug. I mean, I feel like I don't like Juliana Pena because, like, say what you will. I was not a big fan of Amanda Nunez for a while, and then like after like a point, I was like, oh, she is insane, what she can do.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
And then she got
That's
caught.
just because Shevchenko, bro. Shevchenko just had us all we were all like, no other female fighter matters except for Shevchenko. I mean, that was it.
Oh, which I will say, people are hating on Shevchenko too, and I'm like, dude, you can't hate on fucking Shevchenko.
What? Who's hating on Shevchenko, dude?
Like people on Reddit. So you know.
Oh, for what? For like, is she doing something that's fucking?
They're just saying she's like a boring fighter, and that women's UFC fights suck. And I'm just like, you guys, just because they don't stand and bang with each other.
Have they not watched dude? Also, Shevchenko's what? Fucking late 30s at this point, like kind of at the end of her prime, dude, or past her prime, maybe 40 now, dude. Watch Shevchenko when we were watching her in college, dude.
Oh, she was.
Oh my, there was nothing boring about that shit, bro. That was incredible.
Yeah, like, she is an absolute animal. Also, she's like 37. She's the first UFC fighter to fill out her entire rubies around her belt because she has fought for that many titles.
That's crazy, dude. She's a fucking badass, dude. And she fucking like she has had a long fucking fighting history, dude.
Yeah.
And like she's fucking anyone calling her fucking boring is that's
doesn't
crazy.
Understand fighting. Like she's gotten a little more conservative in her ages. Like she's been doing mainly decision grinding and hasn't been going for finishes as much. But
she's 40.
She's almost 40. Like she also puts on clinics. She goes, I don't need to just go for a fucking knockout. Like I am winning this. There's no point in me putting myself in danger, because that's what happened with her and Alexis Grasso, because she did some she got like greedy on a clinch and got her back taken and then got submitted, or else she was winning that fight. So.
Yeah. And like you said, like, she has to be mindful of that being older, but it's like if someone was like, hey, I'm not into like some of the wrestling can get kind of boring or whatever, I can kind of get that, but it's like to be like, this is and people can have boring fights. Like, Adesanya has had boring fights for sure. I get it. But like to watch a boring fight and be like, this is a boring fighter. There are boring fighters, and she definitely is not one of them.
No, and like, here's the other thing too, is UFC's been putting on fucking dog shit cards. I'm not gonna fucking argue that. Like, it is not. If you want an entertaining MMA product, go watch one. Because those guys are just trying to fucking kill each other.
so much. One is fucking yeah. That's kind of all I've been peeking in on, like rewatching stuff. But I did see Gaslam's fighting though.
Yeah, but like outside of Gastelum, I could not name you a single other person on this card.
Yeah, Kevin Holland,
He's not
but
fighting;
also
it's
like,
canceled.
oh,
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
no, Kevin. Okay, Kevin Holland, but like Kevin Holland at that point is just like a journeyman. He's like the only other name.
Yeah, Marlon Vera. That one did get canceled though, but I don't know. I mean, I liked him for like a second. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about Cheeto Vera, dude. Like, I like him, and then I kind of don't really like him. I'm not sure,
It's
but
fine.
Kevin, yeah, he's fine. That's canceled though. Kevin Holland, again, it's like, cool. Who has he fought recently? I don't even know, dude. Gunnar Nelson. That guy's a fucking. It's just.
You know who I'm actually happy has fallen from grace that I never liked? I have Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas is probably more like my least favorite of the women fighters.
Yeah, bro. I used to like her, dude. I thought like her shaved head arc was fucking dope. And then after that, dude, like I don't know what happened. Like she just kind of got like kind of weird, bro. And like the whole thing with her fucking coach, dude. What's his name?
Pat Barry.
Pat Barry. That fucking weird motherfucker, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I will fucking like go on this stance and say that motherfucker is weird as shit, dude.
No,
All right,
100%. 100%.
like straight up being like, oh yeah, like I found when she was like 15, I pulled her aside and was like, I'll help you out. I'll do this. I'm like, dude, she's like a fucking like from a child, and then the minute she turns 18, they start dating, and then now they're married. I'm like, bro, we've both coached so many people, like just in the gyms, like you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm fine, whatever. I'm not Pat Barry. I'm not coaching a fucking Rose or something. But it's also like I've never once looked at a fucking. And we've had underage students. I've never been like, oh, I can't wait for this person to turn 18 to start dating them. That's so fucking creepy and weird, dude.
I mean, Pat Barry also has probably the funniest reversed knockout of all time, where he has Czech Congo. Have you seen that one?
I think so. Yes, I think I know
Czech
exactly what you're
Congo
talking
is
about.
like fucking falling. Czech Congo just gets up and goes whap, and then Pat Barry just completely goes out.
Yeah, 100%. Good for him, dude. That's what he needs. He needs to get knocked out more, dude. I fucking cannot stand that guy.
Ooh,
Weird motherfucker, dude.
He is. He is. Also, Rose Namajunas by far has had the worst UFC fight of all time.
Was that the one?
Carla Esparza, her title defense, where nothing happened for 5
Yes. Because that was like wasn't that like the least amount of strikes thrown like ever in
a title fight? Yes. There was a total of 3 takedowns, and there was total strikes was 68 between the two of them that landed.
for 5.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, I know that I think we watched it at your house. I think we were just like, this is fucking off. We just drank together, Jerry, and got blacked out.
We were just like, we're gonna take a drink every time they throw a punch because we got so bored and they weren't throwing that many punches. We just be like, okay, drink. You guys, we are just standing there doing nothing, not even shadow boxing.
Yeah, that was fucking. I'm curious to see the. Oh, did you see? I saw a pretty fucking funny post from Marab though. He was like
about fucking Sean O'Malley.
Fucking his wife. Yeah, but okay, which sounds like a crazy thing to say, but Sean O'Malley was like, he's another weird dude. I swear to. He's like, yeah, if I lose, you can fuck my wife. His wife's like sitting right next to him.
Like Sean O'Malley's what happens if like emo rappers didn't die or die of ODs.
Yeah, dude, they just become like this would be like fucking what's the guy? Machine Gun Kelly. This would be Machine Gun Kelly if he was a UFC fighter. Like just like this weird fucking. And then Marab's like, that's the only reason I took the fight a second time was so I could fuck his wife. And I was like, that's pretty funny. Like he said it, O'Malley said it, and it's like, yeah.
I did see that tweet. That would be fucking funny as shit. I am looking at this like next main card. Also, fucking terrible outside of this title fight. Like,
Let's see who's up.
This is
Oh, Usman's not even on a fucking title, dude.
well,
Oh, Usman and Rose are both on a fucking fight night, dude.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, who else are you gonna fucking headline a fight night?
Like,
I will
I will say though, oh,
Buckley. I like Buckley because Buckley walked Colby. I was at a party
oh yeah.
and I got drunk, and so I'm just feeling like, fuck you, Colby, you little bitch ass. And then Joaquin Buckley's just dog walking. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Colby.
Fuck you, bitch. Yeah. Oh, and Garbrandt. Do they have Garbrandt, Rose, and Usman fighting on a fight night? Dude, how far? It's crazy. Like, these are all people that would have been their own fucking
Headliners.
headliners,
I
and
mean,
then
Rose
now
has
they're
been getting fucking. Rose is on like a 4-fight loss streak.
yeah. And I get it, you know, like age and time and things change or whatever. Like, you know, new dogs come up, but like, okay, an example. The next fight night is Khalil Roundtree and Jamal Hill. I get that, and I might watch that. I like Khalil Roundtree, and the rest of these people, like Curtis Blades. You know what I mean? There's like random ass people in here. There's about five. There's like five fucking Dagestani dudes. There's Rizvan Kunyev, Nazim Sadiq. I mean, Muhammad Naimov, like Tagir Ulanbek. I mean, who even are these people, dude? No clue.
No clue at all. Oh, this one's in Azerbaijan. Is that
Which
Khalil
one?
Roundtree one?
Oh, that would make sense. Why there's a lot of okay, that does make more sense. Why there's so many on that card. Yeah.
Oh, if you look at the card right now, I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of this, but he is Miet Taibek Olarabai. He just looks like fucking Genghis Khan. He's from Kyrgyzstan.
Oh, is that that guy?
Yeah.
I've seen.
No,
I've seen
not
that.
that. You're thinking of Shavkat, but this is another
Oh.
like, Genghis Khan looking motherfucker.
Fuck me, just accidentally racist. Just like don't even. I'm like, oh, I've seen him before. You're like, no, it's a different one. I'm like, fuck, my bad. Dude.
No, well, the Shavkat's from Kazakhstan, so the only reason why I can put that together is just very nice. My name is
Okay, very nice. See, honestly, I'm gonna say go crazy here. I'm gonna say fucking Khalil walks away with that fucking win on Jamal Hill.
I would agree with that. Khalil's a pretty good striker. He did fucking hurt Pereira. And then Pereira might retire, and then like I'm still pissed about that whole Goliath fight because Pereira was clearly hurt going into that fight and just didn't do shit.
Like why even? Yeah, and then 317 is interesting too. I mean, Ilya's gonna fucking look. Charles, I get it. Charles Oliveira's the fucking man.
They are fighting at 155.
Oh, that's true though.
They are fighting at 155. So
I don't know, bro. Ilya's a fucking dude. He's a fucking savage, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he is a savage at 145. I do think that I think Charles will get this one. If I'm being honest.
Okay, just because of that, for the weight,
the size. It's mainly size. Like Ilya's fucking tiny, dude. I want to say
small. He is small.
Like he's like 5'3". Oh, he's he's 5'7", and Charles is
5'8",
5'8", but he has a 5-inch reach advantage. So
I was about to say, yeah, and he's gonna he's gonna grapple if he can get him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Ilya's. I don't know his like net ground game, but I know he's a fucking.
He did like Greco-Roman wrestling.
That motherfucker can bang though, dude.
Yeah.
Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa's still around. I know Brandon Roval was pretty good. Let's see who else we got coming up on here.
It's kind of fun to look at these random fighters and you're like, oh yeah, these people I used to watch, and I haven't really because I'm just kind of removed from UFC lately. So I'm just like, oh, Derek Lewis is fighting, cool.
Yeah,
like,
they finally announced that. That'll be entertaining. We got Duplessis versus Hamzat Chimaev.
What's that on?
319. We should do a live stream for that one.
319. Oh, if he can fucking stay in the fight, dude. 50-50, that motherfucker's gonna get sick, dude, and not be able to fucking fight.
Yeah, that's why I want Duplessis to win. Don't get me wrong, I don't like Duplessis that much.
Yeah. But we can't have somebody that's a fucking. You can't have someone that's just gone half the time, not able to fight. It's like you gotta.
That's why I don't like Ankalaev either. Because Ankalaev just is one of those people. He's like, oh, I don't fight during these times. I don't fight this, but he's running away from me. It's like, Ankalaev, you're a little bitch. Do not talk. Pereira fucking carried this organization for the past 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's good to have at least like an active champion where you're like, you know, is Jones gonna fight again ever, or is he fucking?
He's still ducking Tom Aspinall and is being a fat piece of shit. But that's Dana's boy and won't strip him because there's a bunch of conspiracy theories because the UFC is negotiating a media rights deal, a new one right now.
Oh, okay,
and
interesting.
TKO owns the WWE. And they own the UFC, so those two companies merged. That's the parent company of both of those.
Interesting. That okay.
So
what if it's just more give us more crossovers, dude?
I mean, it wouldn't. So they're like trying to figure out shit, and my suspicion is because a lot of people are like, dude, these cards are ass. Like this is just so. So they're thinking that the UFC is trying to save all their bigger fights for when they negotiate a new deal. And
to like draw for the like try to get those new fans and draw for
to like have a bargaining chip, like say they're going to Netflix, like, well, we have this John Jones fight. That'll be the first fight when we negotiate this deal. Because
I see
WWE's on Netflix and has a media rights deal with them, so I think they're trying to. TKO is probably looking at trying to do something with Netflix.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can't be like, Rose, first, we're making this big move. I mean, if they actually get on Netflix, that would be crazy, dude.
I think they will. They're also talking about getting rid of pay-per-views, which I'm like, they really need to do at this point.
So what's going to happen with ESPN then?
They're just going to be done with ESPN, so like...
Oh, good. Fuck them, dude.
I mean, it was fine. Like, it was nice during the pandemic and stuff, but like, I think they were trying to put on way too many fucking events. They also got snake bit by Conor. I'm talking about like the UFC got snake bit by Conor, where the UFC no longer wants its stars to be bigger than the organization itself.
Yeah.
So that's why you look at these cards, you're like, I don't know who half of these fucking people are.
Right.
Outside of the title picture. And it's just these no-name people. They also don't want to pay fighters, too, so you're not getting any homegrown talent.
Right, and they're all going to ONE FC to make a fucking paycheck.
And also, ONE FC's just doing some dumb shit lately, too. Fighting's not...
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, ONE FC, like, they had to back out of their Georgia card and move it to Bangkok, and I'm like, yeah, that's not a good sign.
Interesting. Yeah.
And... like, I think MMA is just in a weird spot where, like, the promotions are trying to control everything and not let the stars be stars.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. Yeah, right. Because, like, boxing, they're like, fuck, look at this guy. Look how big he is. You know what I mean? Like, they lean into their stars because that's their draw. I don't know. Yeah, MMA is going to have to figure something out because they're also just not, it's still just not that popular, realistically, in the States. Like, people just, like, casually watch every once in a while. Like, there's just not, maybe Netflix will change that, but, like, I don't know. I think it's more popular than it used to be, of course, but it's not enough where, like, if you were like, oh, hey, are you watching UFC fight tonight? Even when it was, even 6 years ago, when it was like, you know, whatever, Conor or this and that.
Conor, Ronda Mania.
People were still like, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So it's like, I don't, but I think with the ESPN thing, I think kind of fucked it up because it's like, oh, you're gonna watch it? Sure. Okay, you have to get ESPN Plus, and then you have to pay for the pay-per-view on top of that. And people are like, oh, well then no. I'm not gonna watch that.
No. And like, it was big during the pandemic because it was the only thing fucking going on.
Right.
And it's just an odd time for sports. And like I said, the fights this year have been just fucking, everybody's bitching online about it. And like, I was like, I haven't watched a fucking UFC. Like, I think I watched a couple recently. Let me see which ones I have seen.
I just rewatched like the big like I'll just go on like I'll find like a rewatch of like literally like a fight. Like it'll be like this whatever. Like I watched O'Malley and Merab the first one after it happened. Like I just rewatched that. I didn't really want to watch the rest of the card. I just wanted to watch that fight and just like, oh, okay, yeah.
I think I watched the Sanhagen Figgy main event, and I
Mm-hmm.
watched Volkanovski and Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Yeah, I watched that one because mainly I wanted to see if Michael Chandler was gonna do some shit.
Which he did.
He did. Bryce Mitchell got fucking gonged again.
Yo, that boy can't take no more hits to the head, dude. They need to fucking.
I mean, yeah, when you're talking about leaders from Germany in the 1940s,
Yeah, you can't fucking. We can't go down that fucking rabbit hole again. But
yeah,
yeah.
that's why I alluded, and we didn't say names. But yeah, I honestly have not been like just. Well, I've been getting more into wrestling because it's just been a better product, essentially.
Yeah, it's just more entertaining. Yeah.
Like,
And the problem is I want to just be like kickboxing. Like I'd love to just watch more Glory, which I've been like getting back into Glory again, but it's just like again, it's just not that fucking I don't know. It's just crazy where I'm like it's weird to think that people when they watch UFC, especially casuals, are bored about the ground. Ground to a lot of people is boring. So then you're like, here's a sport where it is all standing and it's fucking fighting, and they go from it's like boxing, but they can kick each other, and it's crazy. And people are just like, nah, not really into it. And it must be just a promotional thing. From I guess Glory is just more European.
I think it's a promotional thing, and I think also it's like what is the dominant fighting sport? Where like in the U.S. it's boxing, and it has been boxing for forever.
Yeah, it also doesn't help either that a lot like UFC, like you got Dana fucking buying into like he's money laundering through fucking slap box or whatever the fuck it is. That has to be the only reason he's doing this, dude. It has to be money laundering.
Yeah.
Like there's like I don't get it.
I think the other thing that sucks about UFC stuff is like with the ground game, people have found the strat of just I'm gonna pin you up against the cage and just fucking gash you out, and it's fucking boring as shit to watch because you can't use the cage to like I'm gonna pull myself up and you're like oh you're gonna get your fingers out of the cage, and it's just like we need to change the rules because this type of grappling is boring as shit to watch. No one wants to see it.
Well, they can also use the cage to pin you. So it's like if they can use the cage to their advantage, why can't you use it to like if you were pinned against a wall, you would brace yourself on the wall and try to get up. What's the difference? And so it's like, but that's like the whole Khabib era thing. You know what I mean? Like that just kind of started that, and it works. Like it's almost like they game the system a little bit. They're good athletes, and of course, but it's like, yeah, they're like, I'm gonna pin you on that wall, and I'm gonna fucking put all my weight on you, and you're gonna spend 3 rounds trying to get up, and it's gonna suck. And by round 4, you're fucking done. Like that's it.
And then I'm gonna get submission, and then it's over. But people like the highlights; they want to see the big splashes. And right now, we're in a cage wrestle fuck meta, and the sport's evolved a lot from just we're just gonna throw a fucking karate guy against a boxer and let's see what happens. To now, there's like a very strategies, there's good styles, and it's just a lot more higher level. So you need to have a better base knowledge about what the hell's going on, rather than just stand him up,
grab his dick and twist it.
Grab his dick and twist it. The old dick twist. Last thing, and then we'll get going because this has gone on for oh my god.
Oh, it's a long boy. To be fair, this is a catch-up one.
This was a
We've
catch-up
kind of,
one.
yeah, I get it.
We got WWE going on tonight too. I will probably watch that over the UFC. I will probably flip back and forth.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Let's see what do we got here. This is for Money in the Bank.
Is it WWE tonight?
Yeah, this is Money in the Bank. So this one's
Money in the Bank.
So the way this one works is there's a contract. It's a briefcase, essentially, that's dangled above the ring, and pretty much you can grab that, and at any time you can cash in this contract to have a title fight. So somebody could have just gotten their ass beat and won the title, and someone can come sprinting down the ramp and go, "We're doing this now," and then just like pin the person to steal the title from them.
Okay, so whoever has the briefcase at the end gets to have a title fight.
Yes, and they can redeem it whenever for like the next like in perpetuity.
Got it. So I'm sure this makes a great like plot twist
Yeah.
when they're like these people are fighting for a title, whatever, big name, another big name, and then some fucking random guy can be like, I want to fight fucking John Cena or whatever, and just fucking, and then the other person has to get bumped, and they have to put that person up.
No. They wait till after that fact. So let's say like John Cena just won the belt. Somebody can sprint down and be like, "We're doing this match right now," and then John Cena's like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired," and then just loses the title. Like that's happened at like, we'll watch WrestleMania 40 that happened where like these two guys are just going at it. One guy wins the belt from another dude, and then you just hear that theme music come in, and you just see this one dude sprinting down the ramp. Here, I can probably pull this
Bro,
up.
that's crazy. Okay, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying like you could like use it to be like, I'm gonna bump that guy and I'll be the guy. You literally mean at any point, like the match just ended and you can be like, I have the briefcase. I don't care if you just wrestled for an hour. I'm gonna get in that ring with you and you have to wrestle me.
Oh yeah, I'll pull this up right now. So
That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's so funny.
Oh,
I love, dude, WWE. You know what? Honestly, bro, I just absolute props. They just the amount of like pure, just like entertainment value that they give for this shit is so good.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fantastic. That's why I've been getting into it. Like, would I have ever watched this beforehand? No. Here, let me share my screen here. I'm gonna change the. Let me see. Last time we had some audio issues, so let me go. Here, let's do this one. I will just mute it on my end here. So, yeah, we got Money in the Bank right now. So let me go to WrestleMania. We'll have to, next time we'll go through and we'll rewatch. I think it was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Actually, I kind of...
The meaning of the word quit.
No, it was WrestleMania Sunday, that's right. I kind of want to show you this finals match because this is probably the greatest like titles. It's like 40
T-Mobile Home Internet is about value, benefits,
Okay.
benefits.
What's he doing, Zach?
I'm rehearsing for our T-Mobile Home
let
Internet
me mute
commercial.
that. There we go.
So many benefits.
I gotta figure out how to mute it on my end. Okay.
Oh, there's a. If you look at the upper right, there's a. You could probably just mute the video.
Oh, yeah, we'll just mute the video. So, hold on, I gotta wait for it to get through this ad here.
I also love how these two dudes like literally did Scrubs together. Now that's like all we fucking like. They can't do a thing without it being the two of them.
Mm-hmm. I will say that's the other thing that I've been enjoying about the WWE is like if you have Peacock and Netflix, you get like 90% of the stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, honestly.
So, let's see. All right, where is AJ Styles, Paul Heyman, Randy Orton, Io Sky? Okay, then there's this one. So this finals match is this whole length. Fucking insane. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's this match here. So we'll scrub forward a little bit. So you got, this is Scottish man. This is Drew McIntyre. He's supposed to be pretty much Highlander, essentially.
Bro. Dude, all the dudes with swords, that's
Yeah.
so fucking funny. Like Game of Thrones shit. You know, all those dudes live for that, dude. Just long hair, fucking blue face paint, kilts. They're all like, this is what we're here for.
Yes.
But they're all like IT dudes.
Probably.
Like, yeah.
Although this was in Philly in like April, so it's just cold as shit and it's outside. Also, they have like the tackiest graphics. Like,
bro.
yeah.
Dude, this is like fucking like yeah, like I think I could do this.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, it's so funny.
I will say CM Punk is back now in wrestling, and I just cannot respect him at all.
Oh, CM Punk.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because of his UFC run and him being the worst UFC fighter of all time.
Yeah, he's fucking.
It's just like
Yeah.
he's like supposed to be this tough badass and stuff like this, and I'm just like, yeah, but you're kind of a bitch. It's not like Brock Lesnar, where you're like,
Oh, but Brock, like he talked and he fucking walked it too, dude.
yeah,
Like
he won UFC championships and defended that and gonged people. Like,
yeah, 100%, dude. And speaking of Brock, dude, shout out to his daughter, fucking
Maya.
yeah, dude, she won the fucking.
He never needed a paternity test for her.
She just did something for I can't remember what it was. I just saw it the
put.
other day. Shot put, yeah. But yeah, she just shot put at CSU and just fucking she won. Where was it? Some kind of track and field event where she got like the best. Where was it?
All right, well, I'll have you watch this. This is probably one of my favorite wrestlers right now. His name is Seth Rollins.
National championship for indoor women's shot put. There you go, dude. At CSU, we got nothing else at CSU, but our basketball's decent, and we got fucking Brock Lesnar's daughter throwing a fucking shot put, dude. Incredible.
And clearly that is Brock Lesnar's daughter.
Oh, 100%, dude. Also,
Brock Lesnar
it's
is also her mother.
I wonder. I wonder what she's at CSU for. It seems kind of random, but maybe there's like maybe she's going to like vet school or something. Like maybe she chose.
I'm not too sure, honestly. Oh yeah, we got a wild walkout here. We're watching Seth Rollins walk out for WrestleMania 40. If you were following along.
All right, what are we watching here? What is this?
This is Seth Rollins' walkout. Like here, I'll pop the audio back on here real quick.
Are we watching a fight right now?
Yeah, we're watching a wrestling.
Oh, okay. So I was like,
Who are they, CM Punk?
we could save it for next one because it's almost we almost hit an hour and a half.
The
I was just
Philadelphia
gonna
Bummer
shoot.
String Band Association.
Oh, okay.
So that he like has these
Nailed it.
crazy outfits that he just wants.
Look at this dude.
Oh, bro.
Dude, he's entertaining.
I love that. I love all the people too around him. That is kind of fun.
The World Heavyweight
Seth
Champion.
freaking Rollins.
Yes, that is his.
Yeah, I
like,
had to take nothing away from him.
Freaking's great, dude. Seth freaking Rollins.
freaking Rollins.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Maybe
He
Seth's wearing all
wears
that.
these like insane outfits whenever he walks in. He's very much more of like tries to do this like fashion stuff. So let's forward here a little bit. So then they have their little. Let's go here. So now they're having their match. Whatever. Oh, he's got the stomp going. Let me fast forward here a little bit. We'll go here.
Dude.
So. Also, I realized I do not like thick wedding bands.
Oh, really?
I need to get a thinner one. I'm an actual ring I got from my that I inherited from my dad. It was fits well, but I've been just buying extra bands, some silicone bands. Oh, here we go. I'll turn on.
Drew is once again
So he's got the
our world champion. Hey, listen.
He's like, fuck yeah.
Sort of hard for me to not take anything away from him, but he beat a compromised man. He beat somebody who competed in the second longest main event of WrestleMania history. Somebody who had a bad knee, a compromised back. It's not his fault. Look at the emotion on the face of Rollins. Rollins is the inaugural World
Why are they looking at each other
Heavyweight
crying?
Champion. He's the man who brought this
Is it a
title
respect?
into
Is it a respect moment?
He's the
He
man
said,
who
"Fuck
made it
you,
the
Eddie."
working man's
Oh.
championship. That he would fight night
And
in
then-
and night out, do every injury possible to defend the
Fucking man.
championship. But that is how the match began. Every injury possible. He's the man who brought this title into prominence. He's the man
Oh,
who
yeah.
made
Oh, yeah,
this
he definitely just said,
working
"Fuck
man's
you."
championship. That he would fight night in and night out.
It's funny because without
do
audio, it
every
kind of looks like they're having a moment where they're
injury
both just looking at each other like,
possible to defend the
you know what?
championship. But that is how the match
We fucking
began.
did it, dude. I know you lost, but he was like, you know what? That was a good fucking fight. And he's just like, fuck you.
And several more from the new
Yeah, there's a lot.
World Heavyweight Champion. Rollins was able to survive, but ultimately, McIntyre claims the gold.
I would like to say thank you to Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, you can see Rollins say to McIntyre, "You're going to have to kill me." Just moments before that final
Fuck
Claymore.
yeah, dude. God, they are just so fucking juiced. I mean, it's crazy how.
Punk, compromised champion aside, what is going through
Oh,
your
he's
mind right now, knowing that
huge,
the new
bro.
kingpin of Monday Night Raw is Drew McIntyre?
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again, and there he is.
Is that someone's wife?
To that young
Is that his
lady in
wife?
the crowd.
Oh, okay, good. Because there was like a dude that had like his arm around her or something. Maybe that's like his brother or something. Because I was like, did he just pick a random woman in the crowd and be like, "This is for you. You're coming home with me."
All of the above, Punk. What a moment for Drew McIntyre. Well, my hat goes off to the champ. I'm not going to tell him he's going to keep it warm for me because I don't know what the future holds. Careful, Drew. Your wife. What the hell? Have fun taking
sitting on the
selfies
table,
on the
dude.
internet with it.
Fucking, I don't know. He's kind of sitting. It's kind of sexual.
What you're saying because I got cans on.
It's a sexual tension here between these two right now.
I think it's hilarious.
So that they're just shit talking each other.
People bigger than me have told me that my career is over. This is my moment.
Yeah,
It
what
is
the
your
fuck?
moment.
So is he
Why
saying like,
you
"I'll
here?
fight you"?
Why you in my face? Why are you making it about me?
Not a lot of people like see it right now. Like, especially like wrestlers themselves.
I ain't never won a title and heard other people chanting.
I mean, this is he's just, yeah,
Right in his face. He did that right in his face.
just nuts in the face, dude.
Punk just dropped
He said,
back
"Fuck
and
you,
on the
dude."
table. Punk, come on, you're
And I
hurting
said,
me
"What are you
now."
doing?" And he goes, "You think this armband? This is bullshit. Just kidding. Don't need that."
Beat him with it. I'm gonna beat him with this armband.
Oh my God, CM Punk loading up that brace
I like how
and
they-
assaulting the champion McIntyre. There's such bad blood between these two men. Punk's on the injured list because of
God damn, I was
McIntyre.
just beating the shit out of him.
Oh, someone's coming down the ramp.
Oh my God. No way. Oh my
He's
God.
got the money in the bank briefcase, so yeah, pretty much you can just.
Damian Priest is here. Damian Priest
Not even-
run into the ring with the contract. And Punk is beating the briefcase on McIntyre's face.
It's over, dude.
Right now. And he's cashing in
Right now.
Priest is cashing in.
So that dude just won, and then he just got the shit beat out of him by CM Punk, and now this dude is gonna beat the shit out of him,
And win the title from him.
bro.
And then so he just won the title because of the money in the bank.
That's crazy, dude. Honestly, I love it, dude. What a plot twist. What a fucking plot twist.
Championship just changed again.
Holy shit.
Dude, fuck, the lights come on, he just sprints down, dude.
We'll
And won the World Heavyweight Championship.
next time we'll watch this one here because there's like 7 sprints down and there's a bunch of cameos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden they're like wrestling and like the Rock sprints down the ramp and the Rock's fucking everybody up and then the Undertaker bell just tones and everyone just freaks the fuck out. It is god tier. We'll watch that one next.
God damn, dude, that's so good. I love it. I'm in.
Dude, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. All right, well, let's see. How long was that? Let me pull up. Oh, we did an hour and a half. An hour and a half.
That's a good one. Good catch up, dude. That was a good catch up one.
Well, we're back at it. You know, we're doing things. All right. Well, we will see you all later. Probably in like 2 weeks. Bye.
Probably. Hopefully. Bye.